it's that time of the year when you got to start looking at some Christmas presents and also maybe making your wish list for Christmas presents from your friends and family. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to show you some really good gift ideas for mechanics or for do-it-yourselfers that are car enthusiasts. And also Vicki has put together, if you look in the video description, a link to our Christmas gift ideas that include some other things that may not necessarily be in this video. But we're going to try to show you some things that are not very expensive, some stocking stuffer type things, and some stuff that you'll enjoy for years. Let's get started. All right, one thing that really kind of sets off your garage is a personalized sign like this. There's lots of different sources for this, and we'll go ahead and put a link to an example. But this is a great gift to totally set off and personalize your garage. A lot of people have asked in my videos about my check engine light sign. This is a neon sign. Again, a link in the description here. Got an on-off switch that you can easily turn it on and off, and it really lights up the garage and stands out. All right, lots of people, myself included, like to collect some of these tin signs like this. This is my favorite one right here. I love that. But these are really inexpensive and they just really set off the garage and personalize it. These make great gifts. We'll show you some other examples. There's another personalized sign. I actually got that as a gift a couple years ago. And then one of the nice things about these signs is that if people know that you collect them like I do, it makes it really easy for them to be able to get gifts for you. All right, not everything has to be a tool or garage item here. Vicki discovered these little craft projects called Book Nooks, and these are little build-it-yourself crafts, and you can see they light up like that and everything, and they're really fun to put together. They have hundreds of pieces, and you just put them together following the simple instructions. I was kind of jealous. I looked up to see if they had a garage book nook, and they did. And it's just a really cool centerpiece. Here's Vicki's favorite. This little bookshop right here. The detail is just incredible, and it really is pretty fun putting these together. You can get different book nooks for each member of the family and just spend a whole evening putting them together as a family. It's a lot of fun. All right, moving up to next level here, one of the best things that I did was upgrade to a nicer shop stool like this Billet Tools here. If you do a lot of your do-it-yourself work and you're doing brakes and tire rotations on jack stands, things like this, this is a really great, comfortable, very, very durable shop stool. And I can tell you it's eons upgraded over those typical kind of round bottom shop stools that you're more familiar with. If you get one of these, you're just really gonna love it. All right, everybody in your family that owns a car should have a portable jump box in their car just for safety reasons and just to be prepared. We have a video where we tested the Gulu up against Noco Boost, and we found the Gulu seriously was the best value by far and away for the money. And this A7 here is an upgrade for the jump box where you have a tire inflator and a inflatable toy inflator if you're going to the beach or pool. But everybody should at least have some kind of jump starter. Makes a great gift that could really come in handy in an emergency. One of the most frequently asked questions I get on the channel is what is a good low-priced beginner level bi-directional scan tool? What would I recommend that's not going to cost thousands of dollars? And that's pretty easy because I still use it all the time. It stays in my car so I can have a scan tool on me at all times if I'm helping someone in a parking lot or I'm doing a field call at last minute. The D7 Smart Diagnostic Scan Tool is generally how I answer that question of a really good low-cost scan tool with maximum functionality here. Comes in the nice hard carrying case. It's tablet based, Android based like that. I've got it in several videos. And also if you wanted a stocking stuffer, we just recently reviewed this. This is the Xtool AnyScan. Essentially, this is for the most part that D7 that you can operate right from your phone, bi-directional functionality, and it even has some programming capabilities as well. So either of these Xtools, you got a great stocking stuffer and a great main present here. All right, as far as a really good stocking stuffer, most do-it-yourselfers like me have like this cheap set of pick sets you probably picked up at AutoZone, and those are fine. I've had these for years. I don't need a Snap-on one. But one thing I did get recently that's really handy is this long pick set. And this has so many uses for removing connectors that are out of the reach of your fingers or the smaller pick set. Releasing hoses, things like that. Very, very useful and a great stocking stuffer. All right, another stocking stuffer idea, these very unusual double swivels like this from Koken. We got a 1/4 inch one there, 1/2 inch and 3/8 inch. These can snake into areas that are really difficult to access. I use these all the time. They're extremely durable. Again, made by Koken. We'll put a link to these in the description. These fit perfectly in a stocking. All right, if you want a really clever gadget, everybody's got some inspection mirrors, but these change the angle. I like it so much. I've also got this little one here. You just push the plunger down and you can easily change the angle. Very clever item, a great stocking stuffer. Okay, other stocking stuffers, I think you guys are familiar. This is my favorite flashlight by far and away. This is the Hotline flashlight. It's crazy intense bright, has lights on different angles of it there. And for the cost, probably the best flashlight I have ever found. Now, if you're one of those guys that has to have the best of everything, the Streamlight. If you want to get a $100 flashlight, this would be it. This is a tactical flashlight. This is by far and away the brightest flashlight I have ever seen. A little bit pricey, eats up batteries pretty quick, but if you have to have the best, this is it. Another really nice Streamlight is the Streamlight Wedge. This was a gift from Dustin over at Toolbox Tours when he came and did a Toolbox Tour video over in our garage here. And this was the gift he gave me. It's just a little very slim Streamlight. Very, very bright. Not quite as bright as the tactical one there, but this is a great, great gift stocking stuffer. And you just put this in your shirt pocket. You got a super bright flashlight at all times. All right, if you don't have a borescope, you should seriously consider asking for one for Christmas this year, because I use this more times than I can count. This is a Rawlcam with the flexible head camera. It's got about a 6mm camera, so it easily fits into even those small spark plug holes for like the Ford Triton engines. And it works with your cell phone here. High definition picture, you can save photos, you can save video off of it. Super handy. The other thing is this is the model with a 6-foot long cord. Usually there's 3-foot cord, but the 6-foot cord, this is awesome because now you can send this up the exhaust pipe, look at a catalytic converter. Absolutely a must-have. All right, sometimes you just got to do things yourself. You got the cheap pair of pliers like this that the handles just keep slipping right off. Well, here's a gift Vicky got me a long time ago, Plastidip. You can just dip the tool right into the Plastidip there and make your own handles that will seal onto the tool much better than the stock ones did. Here's another cheap pair of pliers that I did the Plastidip on that I don't use as much, but you can see it actually does a really good job of coating. That's a really cool product. How many times have you been working on a car and you accidentally tore or lost a gasket that you have to buy a whole kit to replace the gasket? Now, here's a thing you should have at all times. This is a Fel-Pro cellulose gasket sheet that you can just cut your own gaskets of any type and get yourself out of a jam. Okay, Vicki can't wait to see what this is. She has not seen this before, and she's like, what is that? So you're working in the garage, it's really hot, you want to cool down a little bit, just put on your neck fan right there, push the button, 3 different speeds, and it's stylish too. Just blows the air right up on your neck. All right, there you go. Oh, sorry. There we go. So, headlamp, turn on and off. Just wave your hand in front of it. Cool little toy. All right, another stocking stuffer here. If you don't have a stud extractor, you should definitely have one. Got this kind of heavier duty one and this smaller one. You break off a water pump bolt and you leave kind of a stud behind, or you've got the LS engines that have the studs for the cylinder head bolts, and you just simply tighten up around that stud, get a big wrench, really crunch it down onto that stud, and then use a wrench to back out that stud or broken bolt. These work amazingly well. You got to have these, they'll get you out of a jam. Okay, another stocking stuffer here. There's lots of different variations of this. These are terminal cleaners. These are little diamond coated kind of tweezers here. You can use them a couple ways. You've got some terminals that are corroded with your green crusties. You just find the right size there and just insert it right into the terminal there. Scrub the terminal up. It's kind of like a file a little bit, and you can clean it. If you have male terminal, you can just put the tweezers over the male terminal and just clean like that. Final gift suggestion, if you don't have it, nothing is more annoying than those CV boot clamps. You replace a CV boot, or you have the clamp broken or something like that. A lot of people use zip ties, or they'll use ring clamps that screw on like a radiator hose. But you want a professional finished appearance. Here's how to do it. First of all, you get this kit that has all these different size pinch type clamps like this. And then got a couple of tools here to make it really easy to pinch the clamps and give a very professional result. So the first one is the typical pliers type here. You'll line up your clamp like that around whatever you're trying to clamp, and then just simply grab on there the pliers and pinch the tab there, which of course seats your little grip hooks there. But sometimes you can't get these pliers into a really tight space. And that's where this extremely handy tool comes in here. You just simply open up, set up your clamp, fit it over the tab like that, and then you just use a socket driver to cinch it down, and this fits in much, much tighter spaces than the pliers type do. Very handy tool and makes a professional result like from the factory. All right, guys, so that concludes our Christmas tool idea list. What we'd love to do, though, what we would love to do is have you drop in the comments some ideas you have, or maybe some wish list things that you have, just to see what everybody's thinking. So we look forward to that in the comments. And we also hope you have a great Thanksgiving coming up and enjoy your shopping season. Thanks very much for watching.